Nonsiabo ewo Adom TV so adeshema memwajo eni akwaba eba Adom TV enwumre nonsia kase eso ensem ne doso di share na ewo se wonso wutie bi eni aboabo no ye kenkan de ama wakase yimu de edi mu akotene bi eni se yebekọ man yimra shebedwafie na afimpinu ne aduonu mienu budget ya Ghana ye sika fotosamfo ede betu dwa ya wo chese to buta hodo nyina wontutum no wanyi biemu no ehonsem asore pa ewo mra shebedwafie de mu nkyeremu eba bedamu yebekọ Ghana Statistical Service for asoye wo mu chese wonhwehwemu a wo ye chese aware yekoso ewo man Ghana mu ohamu chichemu ediwotwe echiripọ nwotwe na wo mu ani tumikrata anasa won register ye yebedomu sukọ ne akere wo sentia womo kasa yefri won so ebeko NHIS for asoye na opanyimpa e de atodwa se womo e de hyehyeye egu akwan mu a womo efa kwan bone so ejetemamofo sika ne nyina obejai saade ne semwei ene agokansie amanone apomudin ni dwadie ene akabo mayede somo se anwumre no sia kase fasida emma nano_outfit na dama ena atade kama mede kenkai kase e de amamedin amejeso ene akuya echa oyi akwan enwajo afeye hensem no ase e de free oman yi yemra hye bedwafie enra wukuo na Ghana ye photo samfo ken for riata ebegina simpie so e de yakonhumasika afimpinu ne aduonu yebedie e wo man mu etu edwa na akonhumasika ne mu no wo mu ese to awodo anase to buta awodo sika ankaka bia aduru hono ma wonum agye no sese nyade a wo begye ebiem sansemi asoripa e wo mrahye bedwafie ya chamehino wo mrahye bedwafie albambaben e de atodwa se ebe yi anka oswafo wo no ene hwe akwan ne akwantempon so anka sansem ni nyina wontwensan se be yi ato no obesan agibiem eno ene dom kase ne ebedwen se de achamehene kan ye no onyintum.
I want to clearly direct that what the minister has released is complete brutal fulmin. It means it's an empty boast. It has no effect. If it is true, you all know that on financial issues, when there is a need for it to be an emergency, a legislation is brought, immediately the budget is presented, and we are asked to pass it through the process of what? Certificate of agency. And we have passed these laws right up from 1993 until this year. And so if there was that deed, that would have been identified, and the proposed legislation would have been presented to the House. The House will have started on the 17th and pass the law.
Directive from the Minister. Speaker, the letter and tenor of that directive is to the effect that the collection of those monies at the toll booths and the bridge tolls as well must cease forthwith. Mr. Speaker, I think the issue emanates from the budget presentation when the minister came and gave a strong indication that that was going to happen. I agree with the minority leader.
Enya chiamehene nkoa eno ne oswafo yi enya adwen na wokọ edomkuma no emu a edomkuma ne ba no dani Haruna Idrisu enso de adesade eto mrahye bedwafo anim se enya de a oswafo ken of Kwesi Amoakwata ewotumi bia se to awodo a woge wo man mu no obebra ne nyina ade afiri wono mo Ghana for Sorea and the tobuta hodwa ewo Ghana ni tichu ene nkranmantam hanom de adwumayefo ni honom a wogigi sika we enam se enra Ghana for to samfo edebeto abedwafo enum se wo Ghana kohoma sika ni mono se siada de wayi to sika afri mu na sa asemi ebeto abontin ena wo so afa ohwe kwantempon nsem so akacha wona wogigi to nyina se wonja agegye na se de asemi ayedegye nti abedwafo hia ye no ena opanna wodi dom kuma nanim Haruna Idrisu eden
nsem to abedwafo no enimu say okwan be so na Kwesi Oforiata oyo so afui wo fa ye ka che wo na wogigi to sika ne se wonyai na opanyi krampo ne tumi ne say se oma bia ya wogigi to sika na woja senti abedwafo enfre Kwesi Oforiata no meyi nsem ano Haruna Idris de nsemi etu dwawiye ena osade to Ghana fo inada enimu say obi biara emfa na no ento sa asem ne mu bi esanse se de enu akeno Oforiata de betu dwa no wansusu se ebeba ne say
Mr. Speaker, in order that we don't create a society of anomie or normlessness, I simply would have said that the Ghanaian public should ignore him because what he is doing is clearly against the letter and spirit of the law. But for civility, he should come and explain why he is not respecting the mandate and authority of Ghana. Because, Mr. Speaker, this is one of the few opportunities that we are clothed with oversight. And he is a member of the executive, even though a member of this August House. Mr. Speaker, he is not respecting existing legislation on this particular matter. If we allow that to continue, Mr. Speaker, we will tomorrow have a state of lawlessness in the country where any minister can issue side directives.
Sasha Foshe ya achamino omrashe bedwafie albansuma na baben okasa ochese oswafo yi asem na waka no wontwensensan na to no onkosoa anje ewo maimu eno enedom kese no wo nso ekyerese enyade achamehene ewotumi bia so obehye oswafo se sanhyehyɛ ya wode agu akwam no wonyi emfiri ehonom majority chief whip Adom pre ene nsem twerefo etwetwe nkomode sansemi etudwa Adom kese ne mrashe bedwafo a wo ewo mrashe bedwafie akasa ede etia achamehene ye wo mrashe bedwafie albambaben ensem a woka edifa to a Ghana mai mu foto samfo ede betudwa ewo akonhumasika mu sesese wo gya ni nyina etua ewo omai mu no otwemu se enyade a achamehene ye wo mrashe bedwafie ebetimi ahye osofa wo no ene hwa kwantempon so akosia mu akwata se sansem a ewo budget ne mu no ontwe ensan Adom kese no ehunu se sansem a achamehene ede tudwa no etia mrashe bedwafo emra yeshe order 73 no ase majority chief whip Frank Adom pre ene de sansem ye eto ensemtwerefo enim
mrashe bedwa mu ha no mrashe bedwani no ye ka bibi so oye referee afani afamienu ena ye kansam ena mrashe bedwa fo no ye kan asam a speaker of parliament ono no ye referee inti de yen ye beka no anasa de dodo na aka no inti behwa empre dodo na ye se voice votes empre dodo na ye se yento aba speaker ni any to me so no beka se media me pese ye ni sei so oye ne sana na ye mra no ena ochiachia no anasa obu animtia asam ni ye bede adwa ifa rotul hu nsami ye nua Haruna Idrisu ma asam ne so order 72 enti asie bede adwa se ekwan krofa so ye ade no kwa wanye ne ye because emrane ka se your standing orders ne ka se by the leave of both the speaker and the house wanye ne sa
ochemu se sentia woswafo yi edesa tirimupo no etudwa ene se enipa bi ama won home ne so a wopese wo gina nsem bi so ema basabasa ye esi
speaker need to me so no abeka so or direct minister no ni nyansemu ni anama no otuye no eye de na wohu se eba bebesi se wo ye menti me wanse bia na ema ni mu so no eno ho ne hye ne kutupa se ene mama ntumrika na menti mi so ano nti ne ye hwa ne se speaker be direct obeka so okay committee of roads muni minister nkotrase na mumbobo ano na mun report back to plenary. That has been the practice and that is what our standing orders is so actually nti we dia ekura osemaka me we speaker ankoye nti agidi se onsambra bimu
Every emrashe bedwafie ni enko offense South Mensini ye wa Asante Mantemu omanfa wamo ewo efenso ekyese adwuma waya ani bodwabodwa ya wodi esi wotiri so eton tobutun so eho ena wamo eton wade ne senti saban ekyese to yinyade obaji biem dia ene wonfa honum enye police barrier sebe ya ewo kyere so sede ye kora wobetimi ede wonema akoho akoton
kanena anka ehyen no aba peso e wa hase ya wo momo eton ade no so no edio mu edwa nanso ene wudu hase ya enye entesa abiem afiri se womo etena tonum tobutuo agiska no anya de omo ewo ho Elizabeth Ajewa eton pano ewo tobutu ase wo kirema de bia ne mfaso nya 100 cedis sabre ya tobutu ye free heidie ne nda so asa
me mamuko school bia 20 cedis bia 20 cedis me di 15 cedis mo muko school na me di 5 cedis jo mo fi omba ndo mo di bedidi bia me di 50 cedis betu susu na me di 30 cedis ato me ho sele be ya menye bidi aye lolo fe asade bia didi me ba fe ni ato 5 cedis but ka ni gina dia ya de pano kwadu no yani bosso a biko na ye ne fe obeto resu kan dua na atwam sesi me nim seni ma me beton meton na nya sika minton nya sika yenim kwan ye befa so a yesu be maintain sika
edwo mudie no enye ntenase adwuma abribia ka ebegina no basahare so anomode kɔ hɔ ekoton ade de bo mo pa ene se traffic ebeba hɔ no motimi aton ade
me ma na adwuma na nkoso sa nsie ma na ya de ye bo mo kakra
Rashida eton rabes e otobutu ha wo kirema adwadifo beye wo ha ana abribia ebetobie sabre ya tobuti ebefiri hɔ yi wo momo ebeton rabes ni nyina no so no ewa abusuafo a wo mo ehwe wo mo na dadwen ne se edie mpa no no mabusuafo ebedie
na man 400 a day betuma giant na etomade na 100 no obi atumi hwe akola 5 6 6 3 2 na hwe say na oba na wanye sika nkwahwe nkwa na nkwa no life bed ebe man nkwa no ene ba ma me amani sika wakwa danfo wa mani sika watwe ni wi nom watwe say bra na nkwenkwo na ebe nya ubenya sika obekọ ebe end an arm robbery bebra ebe bokro no man so bebra be ya shawo wayi dia umma senia MTT for gina barriers a mo check no na institutions different beyond begina to mo no mo na traffic na chekakra na ya ma ye nkrofo na iden amatuma tomade
Ghana Statistical Service edia fimpinu ne aduonu baako Population and Housing Census awomo ye no hunsunsanso mecha report aba betudwa de no na mpanifo kire se wo ye nhwehwemu ya wo kenkan ewie ye no hu setemamufo awomo aware na nso aware no eni nkrata mu ya eni Registrar General ho eye ohamu nchichemu aduwotwe akiripo enwotwe Adom kasiye ene Professor Samuel Kobna enim ya wo ye government statistician ekasa odwumadi a wo ye edipa afimpinu ne aduonu baako Population and Housing Census report huntuma en odi tu dwase ehwehwemu a wo mo ye no ohu se enipa dodo a wonya ye ewa kenkan mu no emu hamu nchechemu baako ena enye Ghana fa wo mo efri abibremu atoye enkura hodo a etwahia oman Ghana ho afi wo saka de so aso se wa kenkan na chie no ke wonum ehunu ye ene se enipa nwotwe bi a wo mo aware ewo man Ghana mu no emu akode ewumuso aware de nenso onye ho nkrata asem
2021 Population and Housing Census no edi abetu dwa say 30,832,19 persons are yakan omo Ghana ano emu 294,000 eye non-Ghanaian enhwehwemu aye ne so no ye de adwen kogina aware a nkofo ewom ewo Ghana ha na 2021 Population and Housing Census no echo nenim ehwe say sa marriage si ya register ana ya register ye IHS Registrar General Department enim hu bi ana enim hu bi na ye hu say 80% of marriages no unregistered into 20% of marriages no na are registered na woko northern part of the country are northeast Savannah ne northern regions of the country now you say marriages are ya register no ne dodo e wo fam
enwachi odi adesede eto aban ene ne mpanifo enim se enhwehwemu a sa report yi edi ababetudwa no wonhwe no wonye bibi emfa ho esanse enunti na Ghana Statistical Service ewo ho
ye di tudwa se Population and Housing Census no potokasem no emahen baseline information inti we a ye dia tudwe e call for more analysis esanse senti kwa yen register da ben omo wari a yen register we ni aye data esi beyond this into the Ghana Statistical Service yet to Australia is a Registrar General Department any Ministry of Women Children we no ebeshia from a multi-sectoral point of view no multi abon na apekwan so aye be bisa questions efa no sent kwa marriages we yen register ye na den time omo wari any enkomo sa
ejina sansem we so adaye ho ato nkretia wa ba mesro tweme mekwaba ni atwaso Mamesa mu akwa babiem ena se wanya botre ene adaje atwen me afa yentoa ensem no eso Public Procurement Authority eya aban no FB a wo mo ene hwe enema ne mfidi a aban nwumekwa hodo ebetoto ede dwuma nyina eso ene wonum kyerese aban nwumekwa hodo ne hyehye eda ho ye wo se wo mo diso ne nso bi mu eni so ne senti ene adwumekwa no ebete wani ahwepa se be ya wo betimi edi hyehye no so ne Ghana Beyond Aid empanifo de atodwa agenda no etimi akopepepe
Ghana Jumaikwa wondene Public Procurement Authority ayen hyehye a esese nnwumanwuma hodo a ewo Ghana hanom ekwan a wofa so eto neema ene kwan a wofa so edi sika edi dwuma nyina no waye biaye amomo esese wode sansem ni nyinada egu honom ema empanyimfoi ehwe no hu se Ghana enya mfaso anase Ghana enya mfaso empanyimfo ekohia wonhyiamudi a etoso du a wode dwendwen wo kwan a adwuma ebekoyie na afei so eye wona woye adwuma a enhya aban ase nyina no wobeye wona afemu de amase medi akonenim na honom na opanyimpa wono ena oda adwumaku no ano Frank Mante editu just say
to discuss how we can improve on Ghana's procurement regime with a focus on the role of the private sector as far as procurement is concerned. Or even in the case of non-competitive methods of procurement like single source under section 40 and 41 of the Act, we still expect entities to use the electronic procurement system in the submission of their applications to PPA for consideration and then approval or otherwise.
Oswafo abedi echire ekojumedi na sibia ode nsem bitu dwa say.
And for us, the PPA represents a unique opportunity to use our purchasing power strategically to make substantial progress towards a Ghana Beyond Aid. Through earnest effort, the authority in the past years have recorded savings of approximately 2.3 billion cedis from 2019 August to 2021 on public expenditure.
Mtneni ema adwumaku no ameyaw ekonfide ne de eka ho sesese adawo de hyehye egu akwanmu a saa enwumaku ni nyina no wobekọ won so ahwe enema woye enne sika wode ehye wonnyumam enne somfa so a wonya freem
funding ye hia but ye nya sa funding na ya nzo ebesi akire. Not every job, but was sampler. A bema nipana the contract in Mount Woman's and your auditor general and Kwan DH, and your minister and Kwan DH, Namum PPs a DH.
Professor Jena no Pokwa Jiman, and a Yamamia, a Fimpinu do know about him, and Kaneman Penny Drum Dramani Mahama, and the two Fraka, NDC, Amanyukuno Emu. Enisha mudebi akoso ewo enkran ya ni nyina no ketasha kankane proye honsem eno koda adie onemrenimfo bi etese Professor Kofi Abochi ene Owura Samson Ladi ayenini ekopie mu ho ya wo kyerkyere wadwen na adwenkyere ni mu no wode tudwa sekretasha kankane proye no eya doso dodo ne senti emrenimfo ene wo mu a eya amanyosem no wonfa won ho ensiwo no won kyere subampedi se be yatemamofo nso ebetimi asua Eshia udwumadi ase a wakasa fa ketas hye ene proye ho ena kane no opanyina no odi John Dramani Mahama echi ana wo pre omampanyi akonwa no Jena na opoku agema ede nsem bi eto empanyimfo anim se ba ketas hye ene proye a de be ma Ghana etu ase akra ne se obenya mpanyimfo a obetimi ede ho asi honom na wonne ye ne wonsuban ebe kire se ketas hye ene proye eniomum.
To fight corruption effectively, leaders must lead by example. Leaders must be able to crack the whip when necessary. Being difficult cannot be an excuse. The situation is made much worse when those abusing the public purse do not find it enough to help themselves to the fruits of our collective sweat, but also find it necessary to weaken those state institutions that could have offered the semblance, even of that, of a shield against their excesses.
Wadene nsem eba ewiye no Dina owo Faculty of Law ewo UPS Kofi Abochi edene de eka nsemi ho se kopemo saga na betimi akoatia proye ene ketasehye no ezese obiara edene ho si honom etu ne ho che a wadene ho behye okon ni mu.
The reason why corruption conversation doesn't seem to make any impact in Ghana is because the people who are often accused as being guilty of corruption are the same people we are looking up to for change. When you have that situation, you have a classic case of water choking and you have nothing to wash it.
Samson Ladi de ne de kan ho sese Ghana betimi akonketase ene proya ensentwofo etimi ema ensama wohwehwe mu ansa na ba abonten no ne twro ehia omo esanse no ene beboa.
There's a need to increase investigative journalism, because truth is, investigative journalism is a sure way to get into the underworld, to get into the darkness of corruption, particularly grand corruption. Corruption happens not in daylight, often, but in darkness.
Yemongra engomasiemu ensemu na churchfo ene esukufo awamo ewo nkpanya emebezi school echwese emfieduonu nwotwenie ene school dan ye wotemusua de no esiwonom sese atete apansan wode adosede eto aban ne mpanifo enimsa daruma ontwa wani no meboa wo mo.
Edan ya wode anwasi ye se school dan no nkonya bia nim efrise eho apaapae ma wontumi mfa epono ponto ano wa Adom kase kwasere school no ohunu se esuadan miensa ewo mpaya esi tetembre mu no ehun sesaye bia eno ntina ma kyerɛkyerɛfo na kasuafo a ewo primary 1 coping primary 4 nyina ku edan baakum ama wona ewo KG de osua de wo eduase opanyina ode school ya no Thomas na me ebobo ohawa hodo school no enam mu no esubo no nyina ebo Ghana Education Service frise ohunu na moto bia watu se ode bebo school yi panyi to aso de adesreto aban ne mpanyimfo nyina ni metitiri ene asoye hwe yen kwan so ene Ghana Education Service womra womboa said the Bayer school yi ebefa ntoma pefra.
We have about 4 grades of children, that is KG1, KG2, primary 1, primary 2 in the class. Then primary 2 and 3, 3 and 4 also in the same class, and then in a different class, then 4, 5, 6 also in the class. So in fact, we are not trying to help the children very well because we don't have teachers to a class.
Wabra estaka koche ne maulika koche ene yensen treni obrempon owusu etwetwe nkomo no kire mu se school dan a won papa si ne tetemre mu no ehunu sisaye bia besi ne
school shas ya wadamu 1963 yeah ndiche sana na addition na ya de kire mu se ekoso ewa ha ana ne
ma se ndere adani ayiwa ha ana government amedia oh, teacher said so you oh. Ahaya no want to go school. One check time be me ensam. Now you know your man yes.
Asuafo ni bi de wona de sre to abayanim se enam classrooms ni adesua de awoni ntino ama adesua ayeden eno nti aban embra wonmoa.
Ehia school da. Ehia teachers bangam. Ehia nkonya. Ehia university. Ehia teachers school. Ajasia. Class 1, 2, 3, 4. In the on kind. No, it's school damage. On my own,
Yentwa yensam no esoposi domsa hine metre Inspector General of Police George Akufudampare egusua ewa probom ya wode na probo no akopie mu ewo fragmentum mu eho eno ne aposifo di nhyiemu a wode to wanim se kamia yesa aposifo wo fragmentum wo ya gidimbone esenti wonchwo ho emfiri basabasaye ene ne ma emfata eho
Wabra police wafo ene panyimfo wo police dwumakuo ne mu ekọ bato ewo fragmentemu kosra ohene tobigan patamiano ode adesreto wonanim se eho hia se bato ebenya police yeye police officer wombo se wona bisa de nyina ode ato nanim obeya ama eno achi na police ahene George Akufudampare ene wona eka ne ho ekọ police asoye ene wona ewo ho eye adwuma ene wona eye adwuma wo ho ekodi nkita ho.
The members of the community and by extension the public have asked me to tell you that they are not happy with us on certain things. And I'll speak to about only 4 of them, so that we start changing from them. And if you succeed in changing from them, you will be the most respected organizations and therefore most respected public servants and therefore most respected individuals in our communities, in our country. And it is not difficult to get it done. It can be done. Because where there is will, there will always be what? Way. Because to God, nothing is impossible. What becomes an impossibility is what you have made it to be so. But let me ask you to try and save you one. That is a spiritual issue. I'm talking of physical possibility or impossibility. So what are the public not happy with us about? One, they say some of us, and by extension some of us means a reasonable some of us, are corrupt. We indulge in bribery and corruption activities and extortion. That is not good, and they don't like it, and they want us to stop. Second, they say they are not happy with us the way we engage them. We make them feel belittled.
Ebraso say try ho ekoje aboafo nkrasoba yakoba ebehwe sede apomuden ene dwade mu nsem esitie. Mensamu akwa babiem ena aseni mu nwra apomuden mu ensem opanyipa wono ena National Health Insurance Authority oda no ene ma Lydia Jan Selby ene ne nsem wo de atodwa ene senka health insurance ebi krobi no ura yaresabia ankashase pa eni senka ejini sika bia na nso ne yaresabia ne bi wo honom a obi bekwa koduru wonom na akoda ne sikaje ya emfa kwa mu ne senti emperifo de hihye ye gu akwamu a saade ni nyina no wo ba betwam ewo omayi mu.
National Health Insurance Authority mu mpanyimfo Shia na wodwendwen okwan a Ghana Health Insurance Scheme no ebedru Ghana fo nyina so wa abra wode ade ofre ni data ene beye na afenso adwuma no etumpon na dwumade na se ena Lydia Selby opanyimpa woda National Health Insurance Authority adwuma eko no ano editudwa se sesi ada yaresabia bi wo Ghana hanoma nkofo ko na okogya yarehwa na wogyeje won hu sika na nso bekum no na won yare a woyare no esesenka ayaresabia no ehwe o ma wonje hwe na saa asemi aha o ma chepa ne sense si adade obetu ho anamo ayaresabia obehu se wo ye saa de no woni ubedi pa
ya titin sembebre no eno ye bema ye staff akotinum wo ho as customer service enti wo ye se wunjiska na no mo ho a on be stop it ya ye regions ni ya ye task force enti ye tia na ya ma task force no koho and a board no so aye special committee minister so aye special committee enti sa legal payments ni dia yemfendi akrokra
wadin semi etu dwawe na dwomtenani ema National Health Insurance Authority adwuma eko no eneskwako edene de eka ho bi se
broni fre bibi name and shame ye beda wadi ni atoto na amanfo nyina hu se na wote ene mranso ewo ye nhyehyɛ ho nti mrakwan bi yade befa so na etimi aba se onye saade ne bio no efi se ade ne hia ya pa se yen mpanifo a yedi insurance nanim ene obi ade ne nsate ne so enso no kura ne se ne mrama ho kwan so ne binim so ye titru omo amu use your card members amu use your card no as ayarefo no ene mu samkyerofo saa kuomie ne nim sam betimi aboae ama yakon no
afeye mora edwadie mu ensemu Procedural Ghana Limited eye adwumayeko bi abo mo ene ye cowbell onga ene enuane bi ne yi wo mo akofra mantamu ya ye nuanom wo mo ketu ya toye nchemto wo mo de enuane akoma wo mo wonmo enya bi eye wo mo ewoketu south keta ene aloga na wo kyerese ni nyina no wodi pia wo mo se be ya toye nchemto wo mo wani entutu nka wonsem
epo ebetwi fa omanfo bi a wo keta so ema wo ye kese eto wono esanse wona japade bebre na enehwere wo munti ekuakuo bi ahyase ekọ won sraban mu aye won moa eye Procedural adwumayeko mo na ye cowbell ene onga enso akwakwa kasa adwumayeko ahodo a wode enema bi akwakọ matemamufo a owo keta honom wode enuane ahodo bi a woye ene koma temamufo yi bi afenso books ahodo a esukufo ebetwiro mu ene ntade ena akwakoma temamufo na bra media manager oda adwumayeko no ano Isaac Obeni Adom kase twetwe nkomo no ensem bia odan na di eni
DNT ayeba be boa no say Cowbell as a company and Procedural as a company ye ba Ghana hanom no Ghana for aso company mu yie pa enu nti na Cowbell etimitintim ye na etintim wie so no onga timi ato aso aba yamvita aba mix aba inti se BBC ato a community a ye wogidie so ma so company ni mu yia bedrum pempen so ya na yitimi entna se en relax en kase o en shedan fa ye fa ye hu yie pa enu nti ne yetitum sa na mo ye ba ye no so yakobe bi a asem ni si wo no kro no so ama ye nyina akwa hwede esi wo honom na yakɔ no so yakɔ hu no so no yɛbɛkɔ back na de wo hɔ no so yakɔ akɔbɔ amane
aban na mu senior wakita ene Adom kase kasae.
The assembly members will have to meet with the NADMO will meet with the assembly members to lead them to the local authorities. So all these stakeholders take part in the distribution process to allow for transparency and to be sure that the items get to the actual people who deserve to receive them.
Adom kase bo piniti memufobia ho akire wo no nsama wode to Adom kase anim ne se ewo mu se ekuekuo bi ebre wonema nanso anema emu biare ne hono ma aba bedi wonsem ne sent assemblyman no ho no nsem bisa wode to mpanyimfo anim ne se eye Ghana man panyi dada John Dramani Mahama mpo bre wonema na sa nema na sem bisa ina ne se ewo hefa.
We cried out, risk afterwards were brought in, and then we were called to witness their arrival and then reception of the items. But interestingly, when the help came in, we got nothing.
The resource Kasiemu Ayago Kensiemu and some Nesmi Tramwaba, a bar fire lady, Edibatoso.
Mama Aquaba the bag can see some mavis of on your fire lady, a job lady. Vesda or Papa bin Abden Semne bro, na me chassis and Semna bro, dear. Nash and so say, Nano de air Quesia de Yan yet meche, South Africa for and no more cabacupe. Emma na so one mam na yo one ya. Emma said, dear, what at 2 months as in some can and one more control and one more tregu your so much. Say, cried on one copium say, Ghana economic ranye. Nini now did atem na Ghana Football Association. I responded to Omon Entron or Moody Nina. I'm at the GFA president and ne a was also a casafa.
You can see clearly the South African shifting goalposts from being rocked by the referee to the match being manipulated by external or third parties. Or the match being played by ball boys. I mean, it's important somebody will tell Danny, my good friend, that he must speak the truth to the South African men. To understand that their team, their own judgment is not good enough to make it to the Mundial. That's the truth. They were not confident in themselves. Haven't we had quotations from their head coach? Haven't we? The South African play against Zimbabwe when they should have scored 4-0 to be comfortable in Ghana when they know that they've never won in Ghana. How dare even dream that they can match up against the Blasters in Ghana?
Once ever from Nana and a Ghana Football Association, woman launch woman new babies back on any Women's Premier Super Cup. No esobeba so November ya enyasem ketwa na akopiem dia Madam Barbara AC or honorable wono na wo mo chairperson say no the two dwa wo dwabonase.
Just as we have doctors, teachers, we should also have people who believe that they be called to become professional footballers. Do you agree with me, ladies and gentlemen? The serious ladies and gentlemen, our core mandate is to have a successful program. This is our main event, and we have a lot of responsibility. And as the chairman of this committee, I am poised and I will ensure that we have a successful program.
Dear Medate to me so Wakra notion is to say a defending champions Accra Hearts of Folk never say die until the bones are rotten. They say dear at 2 months I say 3 games I want my boninano 3 points and on my G a woman drunk one man for one more drag or draw Ghana map. Neno ena coach Samuel Buedu ade said there to supporters name say what's wrong mother a slow start mum dear nanso so no wo gidie mapa se wo betimi akwati ama ebe wie no na watimi asanji league nesin nice.
This is a difficult time. The Ministerial House of Folk family Nina say Obia fan support and for more team no say the bear team no betimi free and we hear mo na say betimi apeja akoyenim. Yeah, that's so almost abrebia players no ene the technical team no ehu say management ne the House of Folk family no abrani nyina omo hye nkran so me enegi e ma itimi ebo ehomodin ye adwuma no ma adwuma no so etimi koso na enim say emrepam no emrepan so ebeba ntimi obia and give up omo for support nyina mfama House of Folk players and then board and then management and then technical team.
And some Kakrami international producer Sergio Manucho Boabuano Emma Mede Ebre Wunie na aseda enko enfama hidden glow wono e wo fi ha no ene siesie menim kama ene michi ho kama ede ema me Martha beautiful Martha editor McBride ene logo so ne mpanyifo a ebo mechi dom shronko nyina aseda enko mama mesawada emfa sanka afidie no na oyi akwan ebetwa so ede semna broshia me afreme Mave Savonyo fa lady ajobo lady Visdel Papibi. Wa wo fie na wo hwe bi don hwere me da se onyame insha kase mu abofo nyina me do bibia se edi amegyeso ene akua echa oyi akwai eso so